Okay, so let's go over a few of the functions and what these buttons actually do. So this is your emergency stop button. So if there's any problems at any time, just immediately hit this. It will not damage anything. It will actually save the printer head potentially. And then you have your two buttons here. One is your feeding system button and one is your electric roller button. So your feeding system button, when engaged, so you can have it on or off, and in most cases you want it on, so this will always be lit up. But if you have it off, then your auto feed in the back will not be engaged. But when you have it turned on, so let me go forward a little bit. Let me muck it up a bit. So I'll move the film forward, and now it's going to want to, I'll even go back. So now it's going to want to re-engage to find out where the start point is of the film, and then it can start to auto feed it. So now I'm going to push the button and go to the back. And now when I push forward, so now auto feeds on. Show you what it does. I'll push forward. Okay, now if I go backwards, it'll actually, it collects it back up. So now it's collecting it back. So that's your feeding system button. And then you have a roller button. So I'm going to move the film forward a little bit so it doesn't fall. But what the electric roller button does is controls all of your rollers here to hold your film down. So I'm going to go ahead and push that. And now I can move my film around freely. So that's when you're changing film and stuff, you're going to want to push that button, get it into place. And then once you have your new roller, once you're done whatever you're doing, make sure the film's nice and straight. And then you're going to come over and hit the electric roller button again, and it will engage it down. And now it's back down. So on the control system, you have your vacuum power. So this is the vacuum. All the little holes here are vacuum, of course, sucking down your film. And this is the power of it. So you'll just turn this and it will go up and down. So we normally leave it at about half. You don't have to have it on this printer in particular high. And then if you actually push the buttons, you'll see an F and an R. So that's the front heat. So we set that to about 50. And then our rear heat, we put that to 50. Okay, so that's our front and rear. Now, if we want to go back to the vacuum, you just push and hold. And then it will engage back to the vacuum setting. And then you can control your vacuum settings again as well. Also on here, you have an LED button. So if I push the LED button, it turns your lights on and off. Okay, so let's go over the control panel. So right now it's in remote mode, which means that it's connected to my Print XP, connected to my computer, or connected to my computer and Print XP. So now it's connected here, so I can disconnect through the printer by hitting function 3, and now it switches to the controls to actually control it from this controller. So there are a bunch of settings that you can go through on the menu, which is advanced setup, print setup, jet maintenance, and collaboration. So for the most part, you're going to be using jet maintenance. And if you have any questions, you don't touch any of these other ones, advanced setup, print setup, or collaboration. If you have any questions about those, just talk to Jason or Ryan. Now you're going to go to jet maintenance, hit enter. And this is where you can select a head, your head 1 or your head 2 on what you're going to be working on. Your clean, the actual mode that it's in. So if I hit enter, I can actually select the mode that I want it by pressing up and down. So weak, then hit enter again to go back. And then you can actually hit enter and clean it. or actually load ink. Now again, you're selecting the head. So this is selected head 1 and 2. So anything I do here, if I do a weak clean, so if I go to clean and hit enter, it's going to clean the selected heads. So if I go up to select head and I press enter, okay, so you're in here. Let's just say you want to turn off head 1 and only work on head 2. So you select the head, hit enter, uncheck mark it, and then hit function 3 to confirm it. And now you can see selected head is head 2. Now if I go to clean or load ink, it's only going to load ink on the actual selected head. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to switch that to both heads. So now I'm going to enter. Now both heads selected. I'm going to confirm that with function 3. And now both heads are selected. So for the most part, again, you're going to get to your main menu. So I'm going to go back to the main screen. This is your main menu. So you're going to hit function 1. Then you're going to go down to jet maintenance. Hit enter. And then this is where you're going to come in and do your cleaning or your loading from the controls on the actual printer.